Okay, I've finally succumbed and I'm going to show you a bit of a cooking video. Had a lot of random bits and pieces, different beans and whatnot here. Pearl barley, it's not the sort of stuff you can eat a heap of without just about shitting yourself, so it's actually a little bit out of date, but it still cooks up alright. I go and get things like red kidney beans and haricot beans and lentils and all random crap like that, and throw it into the pressure cooker. And often I will go and get some rice. Oh shit, the packet's not torn. That's basmati rice, which apparently, according to connoisseurs, is one of the best. Sort of stinks when you flip and cook it though. It smells bloody terrible when you cook it, even though it's one of the best tasting. I'll whip a bit of that in there. That'll be enough. If I do have them, I will go and get dehydrated mushrooms, and often up in my little steel cabinet thing here. I'll keep different bits and pieces. I've got a bit of couscous. I should get on like that. That's a bit of sago. A bit of pasta. Got a whole shit ton of pasta and different things in there. I think I've put a few blankets in the bottom and moved all the pasta to the top. This is one of my little hidey stashes for all my spare food. I'll show you. Oh yeah. Yeah. Big sack of rice. I think that's 10 kilos. It's like 22 pounds. A bit of dehydrated greens there, Chinese stuff. Pretty certain down the bottom of it there's more of those same packets of rice that I just had in my hand. And there was like another 2 more packs of this penne pasta, whatever you call it. But often I'll have some dehydrated mushrooms in this little thing here. But I ran out. Got a few of these that are probably just about out of date as well. It's what is it, like black bean, like preserved black beans. You see black bean sauce, so these are actual proper beans, and they're sort of been like dried with salt or something. And I often just go and throw a few of them in anyway, just to try and use them up because they're getting a bit old on it. But they're still edible. I used to throw them in with my eggs every now and then as well. I had some garlic powder the other week. This is the stuff that my uncle got. Like, you get a lot of stuff and he'd never even open it. You know, there's cans that rusted through that he never even opened. You know, and I found a lot of different random canned food here, but also different little ground herbs. So I might throw in a bit of that cumin. The other one here I got coriander. Some of this stuff I'm just trying to use up because it's probably just about beyond the flaming use by date a long time ago. I think they're most definitely beyond the use by date, but they still, because it's all sealed, it tends to keep all right anyway. They're very dry and then completely airtight in those bags. But there was one the other week that was just garlic powder, ripped the whole packet, threw the whole packet in, and it really made it good. And what I'll end up doing off camera is probably go and cut up some Asian greens. Actually, I'll see if light inside the fridge ain't very good. Still got shit laying around. I've got to sort. Stack stuff probably. Stuff it. I'll get it out anyway. I've got some fennel there, but I won't use that. I always, often enough, put fried fennel in with my eggs. I'll fry the fennel in the frying pan first and then throw the eggs on top. But I'll chop a few of these Asian greens and throw those in. And what I'll basically do is I'll pour water into that and let it soak probably overnight. And I may throw in the greens tomorrow, or might throw them in now. It doesn't seem to really matter to me, because it's only sitting there overnight and it's not going to be too hot or anything like that. And yeah, then I'll whack it on for probably about an hour. What I'll do is, people are terribly scared of pressure cookers, but where's the lid on this thing? It sits in like that, and then you spin it to the side, and the two, God, this camera's shit. The two handles align. You got to flick your little knob on the top to release it. There's a little red dot, which you should be able to see. That'll pop up, and when that pops up, you've got several different settings with your swivel piece here, and that's on the higher pressure. And you can swivel it right around, it'll just be on the pressure release. But when that little red dot pops up, that's when I go back from running 3 rings in the 3-ring burner, which you also can't see, to just the small ring in the middle, and that'll be enough. And sometimes it's actually too much and it starts hissing, so I've got to back that back to like halfway or whatever. But I'll basically, you just build up pressure, and it takes, you know, a while, like, you know, 10-15 minutes or whatever. It all depends how much water you got in there, exactly how long it takes. But once it 10 or 15 minutes goes by, it builds up the pressure. That's when you cut back the 2 outer rings and just use the 1 inner ring and run that for probably about an hour. And I mean, realistically, some of the things I get out, even run it for an hour is actually too long. I should have only run it for, you know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes or something like that. But yeah, that's just the way I give myself, you know, something that I can eat for, like 3 meals or more. You know, maybe even 4 meals. That doesn't take me very long. That just means that I'll throw a few bits and pieces in and, well, you know, run the thing for about an hour after letting it soak overnight. And yeah, very good way to get quick food that's sort of, you know, nutritious and pretty good that you can keep without a problem, because the whole lot is dehydrated. Aside from either carrots or just greens like this, but as you saw just before with the Chinese greens, you know, I've also got dehydrated greens as well.